Good morning, everyone. It's Mike Gramley here, your friendly neighborhood recreation superintendent. Once again, we find ourselves on the Mission Reach of the San Antonio River. We're not biking today, or we're not paddling. We're going to be doing some bird watching today. Another great activity to do out here on the Mission Reach. The reason we know it's such a good place for bird watching is because in 2015, the San Antonio River Authority initiated an avian study. And what that means is we came out and we counted all the birds on the Mission Reach, as well as all the different species that are using it. And we found out after our count that there are over 66,000 birds using the Mission Reach as a home and for habitat, and over 206 different species that also either live here permanently or are migratory birds and use the river as their home part-time. I'm really excited about doing this. This is an activity I've only done once before, but you really don't need all that much experience or all that much knowledge to do it. It's good to have a set of binoculars, but you don't necessarily need a set, and maybe some kind of bird book. If you'd like a reference on some of the birds that you might find here on the San Antonio River on the Mission Reach, you can go to our website at sariverauthority.org, and there's a very convenient list of all the species that have been found here. And what you can do, there's check mark boxes right by that list. You can download that list onto your phone or copy it and bring it out here. And every time you find a bird, you check it off. I'm starting to get some of your competitive juices flowing, I know about that. Some of the more interesting finds and birds that we've seen on the project are the blue bunting and the scissor-tail flycatcher. That's one I seem to easily find when I'm out bird watching. Some of the interesting things we've just seen this morning on the Mission Reach is we're right here by the old CPS power plant, and we've seen a male and female hawk. Looks like they're nesting on top of this huge spire right here by the power plant. So right now we're out looking at birds and seeing what we can see out here on the Roosevelt Park Loop. Hey everybody, we're at Confluence Park now, our next great location for bird watching. Not only get to see the beautiful park, we also get to go down by the river and see what birds might be down there hanging out. Since I've been down here a few times, I've seen a lot of wading birds. You see herons, you see egrets, that sort of thing. See some of the diving birds down here as well, the cormorants. Those guys are diving down and going fishing. As a fisherman myself, when I see the wading birds or the cormorants around, it's a pretty good indication there might be some fish. So we're gonna go down by the river here, right below Confluence Park, and see what kind of birds we might be able to identify. Here we find ourselves at our next bird watching hotspot, Acequia Park, just south of Southeast Military Drive. Some of the birds you might be able to find out here, some of the birds I've seen in the past, is an owl. There's an owl living on the Acequia Trail. Some of the other birds we might see out here are the cormorants that I mentioned earlier. Those are the diving birds that are out fishing. I believe there's some behind me right now. You see a lot of the wading birds at Acequia Park, as well as ducks and other waterfowl, like maybe our native Texas duck, the whistling duck. Now I know I've mentioned a lot of different bird species, but I almost forgot about the most important one that made the river its home for a short time and may come back someday. We had an American bald eagle right here on the river. Some of you might have seen it in the news. It was kind of a big deal. But for an animal that large to be able to make a living here on the river, that's really a testament to how good the ecological restoration is going. If you'd like to learn more about bird watching, learn more about the species that are here on the Mission Reach and places to find those birds, please go to the River Authority's public website at sariverauthority.org.